Hey guys, it's me, Bumbles McFumbles, the Punch-Out Infractions guy. And since Aaron Ryan has now taken over TourneySI, it is up to me to determine which fighter is potentially dirty enough in the tournament to take Aaron down. First of all, we have Swirly the Snake, and unfortunately, this infraction is one that will probably make him not beat Aaron in the ring. Swirly's first infraction is the fact that he does not have arms. This is a really bad thing, because if you do not have arms, you cannot box. Also, I'm pretty sure it is illegal for snakes to box, as it is a primarily human sport. Next up, we have Spleen Bay, and while the two of them just seem to be regular people, they have an infraction far above anything else. They destroy celestial bodies for fun, so instead of being illegal in boxing, that's probably a war crime. So they have one mega infraction that probably equates to the majority of errands if we're scaling them. Next up, we have the Eye in the Sky, and there are many infractions right off the bat. First of all, the Eye in the Sky is not wearing pants, so there is no line of demarcation on his torso. Another big thing is that the Eye in the Sky probably cannot be punched in the face, because it is a cloud and not a human. You cannot punch a cloud, and the cloud also might be God, so the Eye in the Sky also might have a million other insane abilities that may stop it from being a fair boxing fight. Personally, I believe if Aaron is to be defeated, he is the way to go. Next up, we have Elizabeth, and first of all, her outfit is not it. She cannot wear a hat in the ring, there is no line of demarcation on her torso, and she's bringing boots and a book into the ring too, and those gloves are not boxing gloves, so that's already a million infractions right off the bat. But things get even worse if she brings a persona into the ring. Personas are not boxing legal, so as a result, that would be another infraction on her. Next up, we have the Crash Impact Dummies, and Bounce Man definitely seems like they have a really fun time boxing. They have extendable arms, and reach is not really a crime. However, being a robot is also a big infraction. In the Punch-Out universe, while the WVBA may be clinically insane, the robots primarily partake in arm wrestling and not boxing. So, Bounce Man, likely will not be a part of the WVBA as a result. I don't even want to focus on Sid. I think he's a stupid, dumb idiot, and I hate him. He probably has a million infractions, but I'd put him against Aaron just to see Aaron whoop his ass. I hate that guy. Lil Limewire, their infraction is being an unfunny meme, but, as long as they don't gang up on him and it's 3v1, I think that they would be a fairly clean fighter. Ported Kongs, meanwhile, well, as you all are very obviously big fans of myself, Bumbles McFumbles, you've already seen the video where I go through Donkey Kong's infractions. So multiply that by 3, and that is the amount of infractions they have. Next up, we have Junior Senior, and these two, they don't really seem like they'd enjoy to box. They're just grooving, they're just dancing, and as a result, I really don't think that they would really box to begin with or commit infractions. Chin, meanwhile, is broken. Not just as a fighter, but, quite literally. His game is broken. If Aaron Ryan touches him, he probably glitches out and then, dies and disintegrates into ash. I personally think that would be really funny. Chin also hates communism, and as a result, he probably can't be in the WVBA because I think Soda Popinski probably, pulled a couple of strings, but that's besides the point. Spy vs. Spy, meanwhile, are probably only going to fight themselves instead of Aaron Ryan. So they're probably going to be ruled out. But the thing is, with their infractions, they have so many random cartoon bullshit they can just pull out at any time that they seemingly have an infinite number of infractions. And yet still, despite being an infinite number, Aaron Ryan probably still has them beaten. Next up, we have Kawa, who summons a bunch of undead people and is undead herself. And yet again, being undead in the WVBA is fine. She just has to be in the arm wrestling part and not the actual boxing part. And as a result, likely wouldn't be allowed to fight Aaron Ryan in the ring. Echo Jams is a dolphin, and like Swirly, Echo does not have arms. So as a result, their fins cannot have boxing gloves on them, and they probably can't fight Aaron in the ring at all, immediately disqualifying them from finding out who is dirty enough to face off against him. Mouse Fitzgerald, I'd like to think he has a shot, but like his arms are so skinny, I don't even think he can like fit any like legal boxing gloves on, and he's not even wearing any pants. As we've said before, he needs a line of demarcation, and he doesn't have one. Mice also aren't humans, so he also can't box legally. Pan Pizza, meanwhile, if he has an outfit change and takes off his hat, I think he'd be a decently clean fighter. He doesn't really seem to have any issues, but unfortunately, we're not looking for a fighter here. We're looking for someone willing to play dirty. The biggest ball of twine is a ball. You cannot put boxing gloves on a ball. You probably cannot weigh it because it's so big you can't move it. And you probably cannot roll it into the ring because it's stuck in Minnesota. Also, I think the ball is awesome, and I don't think anyone would willingly put the ball into a ring because it would be punched and people wouldn't want it to be punched. Maybe if it was like an Indiana Jones movie and it was like rolling down like a temple and like crushing Aaron to death, it would have a fair fight. But because it is a ball, it cannot win and cannot lose because it cannot fight back. Matt Pett, meanwhile, I mean, like, he's a gamer. They don't stand a fucking chance against Aaron Ryan in the ring. You'd get knocked out immediately. I'm sorry. That's the rules. I'm sure he'd fight a little bit fair, given that we share the same pastime of, like, overanalyzing video games. But honestly, he doesn't stand a chance at all. So honestly, when we're looking at it, if there's going to be anyone, and I mean anyone, in this roster who can take on Aaron Ryan, it's going to be Chin. He's glitchy, he is a fighter himself, and if anyone can save the TourneySI tournament from this hell, it will be him. I'm Bumbles McFumbles, and I hope you enjoyed yet another video where I talk about boxing infractions.